Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
Hope 2021 is better than 2020 so far.
We need it.
I don't think it is.
We need it though.
My husband was just telling me this morning that the UK is shut down
Oh,
because of the second strain of COVID. So,
oh.
are we next?
Not in this office, we aren't.
No. Actually, so we have a third office, and Ryan, my husband, was telling me that we can just set up a desk in there for all three kids to do their distance learning.
Yes.
And we can just see our clients while our children are stuck in an office
Right.
doing.
Yeah, that's the only way that this is gonna go down this time. Because I mean, I don't know if I have a 4-year-old. Austin has older children. And I mean, 4-year-olds, there's a lot of expectations
For
them.
like preschool?
Yes. Like what?
I know. Like I don't remember. Like we colored in preschool.
Right. Colored and played.
So why is it homework?
I don't know.
Did you have to do a lot of
Yes. Every day. And I mean, granted, it was letters and numbers.
But still. I mean, when you're working and then you also have to try to navigate taking care of that, like, I can't do it again.
It was awful.
In fact, I'm going to be careful here, but Noah, so he was quarantined because he was exposed to somebody at school.
Yeah.
Had to stay home, not by my choice by any means. Like I would have sent him
right.
back.
You're fine.
No symptoms. Like
no temp. You're not vomiting.
Go to school. So he had to stay home for 10 days. They've reduced the quarantine time from 14 to 10. So he had a stack of homework, like huge stack of homework, had to go on like distance learning. Navigated it all pretty independently, but had, depending on who was there, he had 3 different caregivers the entire time. It was me, my husband, and my mother-in-law.
Right. Shout out to Shirley.
Right. Thank you, Grandma Shirley. Like, we do not know what we would do without you. He just got all of his homework returned, and there were 3 worksheets that he got a 0 on because he just missed them. Like, he didn't complete them. Like,
he's 8.
You couldn't just say, oops, we forgot these ones. Complete them and return. Like,
I mean, you were on quarantine.
It wasn't our choice that
you were at your own home trying to do this. You're not in a PhD program.
I'm like, and so he was devastated.
Aww.
He was like, I probably have Fs now. Like, he's a perfectionist. Like, this kid, so he was like, well, I guess, like, I'm failing school now. And I'm like, bud, it's 3 worksheets, like, out of 1,000. Like, I'm pretty sure you still have your S plus, whatever it is. So, we can't do that again.
Well, why those expectations for kids?
He's in 3rd grade.
And especially throughout this quarantine. Like, we're all trying to figure this out right now. We still are. It's almost been a year.
Right.
And we're still trying to figure it out. The kids are still trying to figure it out. And, like, I think I've read a couple times on Facebook or wherever, like, don't put so much pressure on these kids right now.
Right.
Because as much as our lives have been turned upside down, so have theirs. So it's like, give them a break. They're not going to, like, struggle in life because they didn't do 3 worksheets. Like, or they didn't learn their numbers and their letters and their whatever. Like,
it'll come.
Yeah.
Like, hopefully it's a year that they missed that. But
yeah.
And everybody's going through it. It's not like they're the only ones. Like, the entire...
Everybody, the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
So here's hoping the UK can
pull through
and keep it there.
And maybe set a good example for other countries.
Well, and that's like, should we be doing something now?
Right.
Thank God I'm not the one making those decisions.
Right.
Where is that guy?
Right. So again, if anybody knows any world leaders out there, you can tell us.
I mean, I don't know the answer, so.
No, but
again,
we could help them brainstorm.
We would be very good at that.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we're not good at math, but we could brainstorm a pandemic.
No math.
Got that.
So, what's your New Year's resolution?
Oh,
Did you come up with one?
you know, every year it's always I'm gonna work out
Yep.
more. I'm gonna
Yep. Every
eat
year.
better. Blah blah. Well, the eating better is never gonna happen.
Never.
Working out may happen.
You've been doing good.
I mean,
It's been busy. I
does
mean,
sledging count?
absolutely. Are you walking up a hill?
Yeah.
Then yes.
I mean, it's not big, but I'm out of breath by the time I get
home. It does.
So, this year I've kind of thought, well, I don't like, Austin knows this, like my passion for animals.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I will hurt somebody if they
Right.
mistreat an
Animals
animal.
over people.
Right. Yeah. I mean, my child, if you mistreat, or
Right.
an animal that I don't know if you mistreat, you're done. So, I was thinking, I need to, yeah, exactly. Yep. Like, no questions would even be asked.
You don't need to be taking calls from you from here.
So send all the animals here if like they're too much for you or whatever.
But not here.
Well,
Because
our landlords haven't cut it.
But we can have mice.
Yeah, we have mice.
Came in yesterday to mouse poop in my mouth. This one.
It's washed.
I did wash it very thoroughly, but still felt concerned. So, anyways.
No, Austin did tell me she was hoping this morning it would be drowned in that cup. But then we're like, well, what would we do with the mouse?
Who are we going to call to take care of it?
Right. So, anyways, so my animals, so I need to do, I feel like that's a passion.
Mm-hmm.
It's a huge passion in my life, and, I want to do something. So I want to help animals any way I can. Right now, although I would like to have an animal sanctuary at my house, probably not going to happen anytime soon.
Okay.
Well, I think because, the weather, I'd want to have a big space for a lot of animals.
Okay.
I mean, I want them to all sleep in my house, in my bed with me. But, so I need a bigger bed, a bigger house, all those logistics.
Mm-hmm.
So, a couple weeks ago, I had applied to be a foster parent for animals. Haven't gotten any calls yet. I know. But I'm like, maybe that's a good thing because these animals do have homes. So that's good. But I want to take care of an animal. So I think I'm going to just, go and volunteer at shelters.
I was just going to suggest that.
Yeah.
Cool.
To help clean and, and, bring blankets and, toys and food and, so do something in that regards.
And bring Clayton.
Yeah.
That would be really
and bring
cool.
Clayton, my little boy.
What a cool lesson for him.
Yes.
Just this kind of, I guess not humanitarian, right? Because it's animal.
Yeah.
Animalitarian.
Yeah.
That's a humanitarian.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
That's really cool.
And
just giving back to the
care.
community.
Yeah.
And
Giving back. Taking care of vulnerable beings.
Yeah. Do you know, with COVID, is that possible? Have you looked into that yet?
I have, and most of the shelters are by appointment only right now. But that's if you want to adopt.
So I would think.
Right.
There's not a ton of people in
right.
there. And if they're making appointments for people to come in.
So even if we could do it, every Saturday, something him and I can do together.
That would be really cool.
And he's an animal lover.
Yeah.
He's
about
my level.
Mm-hmm.
Cool level. So
good.
That's
cool.
my resolution. Just doing something that I'm passionate about that is going to help other people.
Very cool. And good for your mental.
Yeah. And more time with my son. Quality time with my son.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, what about you?
So I was thinking about this only in anticipation of doing this video. I didn't really come up with anything because, like you said, it's always I'm going to lose 10 pounds.
Yeah.
So in that regard, I do that every year. I'm going to lose weight. But there's no plan.
Every year.
I mean, I work out, but I don't actually lose weight. I have.
It's like a workout theme. Daily runs. Every Sunday. It enrages me because I'm how do you have the energy?
Last night I couldn't. I'm walking on the treadmill. I'm what is the point of this?
But you were walking at least.
Yeah.
Something.
But so I'm like, okay, maybe you need to view this more like a treatment plan. Like, I never have measurable object. I mean, my
Right.
measure is that I want to lose 10 pounds. But like, I don't have the plan in place. Like, I'm just going to lose the weight. So, like you said, I like diet is not, my diet's not going to change.
No.
I love
Too
food.
hard.
Food brings me joy.
And with kids.
Yeah.
And making multiple meals.
Yeah, right. Short
No.
order cook.
Right. Yeah.
We talked about that. So I just, like, I know that that's not going to change. And I already run every day.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to have to maybe add something to my, I don't know, like lifting weights, something.
Yeah.
Which we have in the basement. Or we talked about, like, maybe joining the gym.
Yep.
Again, I don't know what that looks like during COVID, but.
Right.
So I don't have the official plan yet. But then I thought, like, I want to do something more than just, like, losing weight. Like, that's every year I do this.
Yeah.
So it's been a long time since I journaled, and I want to start doing a gratitude journal again.
Yes.
Because it really is helpful.
Yeah, same.
To be able to look back and, like, every day, just, like, maybe before bed, or, probably before bed. Just, like, a sentence. Like, here's what I'm grateful for today.
Yep.
Little things, big
Anything.
things, like, just to be able to look back.
Song you hear.
Yeah, even if it was a hard day, like, here's something good that I got out of today. Just to be more mindful. Like, I'm not a positive person. I'm very negative by nature, which is interesting that we chose this career.
We are positive with our clients.
That's true. That's true.
Not with ourselves.
Right. And so just to be
more mindful.
To make an effort to be more positive.
Yeah.
Practice what I preach.
Yes. And Austin got me a journal for Christmas. And it has prompts in it, which I told her yesterday. I'm like, I love that. If you gave me a blank piece of paper and were like, journal something, I'd be like, like I would not even know where to start. Mm-hmm. But this prompting journal, I mean, it just gives you, and some of the things are like, what are you grateful for today? Who are you thankful for today? Mm-hmm. Like, it kind of gives you, and then you can go off of it. And that's just the best. And, like, it just makes you feel better. Mm-hmm. And that really, I mean, I tell some of my clients, like, try to make a gratitude journal. Yeah. Like, even just for 2 weeks. Yeah. Every single day, start one thing. Mm-hmm. And by the end of it, like, it's amazing how your, like, mindset starts to change and how you just, like, how many things you see that you're grateful for.
Yeah. It starts to become more natural for you to be positive.
Definitely.
My mother-in-law always says to me, make it a great day. She doesn't say have a good day. Yeah. Because your day is what you make it. I mean, shit happens, right? I was like, wait, are we cursing? It's not like life is hard. There's crap that comes your way every day. Yeah. But you have control over the way you respond to it. And so I've always she always says that, and I like that. It's better than have a good day. Yeah. Your day is what you make it.
Right. And sometimes if you hear, like, have a good day, and if you're already, like, in a negative, like, it's like,
no.
I'm not going to have a good day
today.
No.
Thanks anyways.
And you can choose.
Right.
Like Austin said.
I always choose to have a bad day.
Yeah.
Like, it is. It's your choice.
Right.
I'll say that to my husband. I'm like, have a good day. And he goes, no, thanks. I have other plans. Like, so that, I mean.
Right.
You make it. Your day, your life is what you make it, really, when you really kind of, like, let's get all philosophical here. Like, you have to, for some people, for most people I know, you have to work at feeling good.
Yeah.
I mean, which is kind of a hopeless message, I guess, but, like,
almost exhausting.
It can be. It can be, because.
But what a good resolution for the year. Like, this is what I'm going to do this year. Mm-hmm. I'm going to try to make it a good day. A good year,
yeah, and start with a day.
Yep, absolutely. I love that.
Yeah, and then so to kind of talk about how it can be exhausting to just like have to put forth I have to try so hard every day to be positive.
Yeah,
to give yourself permission to have a bad day now and again.
Yeah,
because it is hard and it is exhausting and it is work. Mm-hmm. But if you give up, then you made it a bad day.
Right.
Like you did
Yep.
that.
Yep. And like you said, I mean, you have the power to change that.
Mm-hmm.
Only you.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody else can make you happy. Nobody, like, no thing can make you
Mhm.
happy. I mean, it's you. It's your reaction to things. It's
And that's
how
why
you choose to.
people like me who kind of have this negative mindset, like, there's nothing that happens that's going to make it better.
Right.
We've talked about that
Yep.
before too. Like, once I do this, I'll be happy. And once I graduate from college, and once I get a real job, and once I have kids, like, those things don't change your attitude.
No. No, and where does it end?
Right.
I mean,
And it's a matter of not being grateful for what you have.
right.
There's
Right.
I'm trying to remember. My favorite quote is gratitude. It's so good. I'm gonna have to remember it. And
I
maybe
know. I would love to hear it.
it's basically the point is that happiness is the result of gratitude, not the other way around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that makes sense.
Gratitude is the. I'm gonna have to look it up.
And you know, it's just crazy if you and try, you know, if you are having a shitty day, you're having a bad day, if you make yourself think of one thing that you are grateful for that day, I mean, it's just amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing what it does for you.
One thing, and
It's
how
like,
small
oh,
it can be.
like, I do have something to be appreciative of today.
There have been times in my life that I've been committed to doing that.
Yeah.
And something as small as I remember this, and it's such a small thing, but I went for a run
Mm-hmm.
and I ran by like a house that like the people were doing laundry, and I could smell the fabrics off there.
Yeah.
And it was like a clean linen smell.
Oh.
I love that smell. And I was
Yes.
just I was in such a grumpy mood, and I was running like everything sucked. And then I just like I smelled that, and I was
Yeah.
like, I love that smell. And like, thank God I can smell. And right now there are people who can't. Like, I mean, there are always people, but like a lot of people with COVID.
Right.
Like,
Right.
be grateful for that.
The small things we take for granted.
Yeah. We're just not mindful.
And that's actually a good way to, like, if you feel like you're getting stuck about, like, doing this gratitude activity, you know, focus on your senses.
Mm-hmm.
What do you smell? What do you hear? Did you hear a favorite, like a song from high school that, you know, made you smile? Or did you eat something that, like a piece of chocolate?
That's really good.
Yeah.
That's really
remembering your senses.
Yep.
Because those play a lot on your brain.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
yeah. And then, I mean, another great kind of goal or resolution is simply to be more mindful, kind of along those, and that's a good way to do that. Like I think of, we're always multitasking. Like, how many times have I missed my turn because I'm like have racing thoughts and I'm not paying attention, or even like singing a song, I'm like, oh crap, like that was my turn, because we're constantly multitasking. We're taught that from a very young age, like you have to be able to do a million things at once, and we're not good at it.
No,
like we're really not.
And we're not present.
Never. So just to take the time, I mean, even something as simple as washing the dishes. Feel like, notice the hot soapy water. Feel like, how do you even remember what that feels like? Like, because you're not present.
Right. And there are some times where the dishes, like, and my husband will say, "Oh, just throw them in the dishwasher." I'm like, you know, I need this time right now. Like, just to get lost in my mind.
Quiet.
Calming, the hot water, the repetitive motions.
Right. Something as simple as that can really be kind of a self-care. Two birds with one stone.
Definitely.
You're getting the dishes done and just kind of taking a minute for yourself. Yeah. I like that.
I know.
And then I can't think of that quote.
I know. You'll have to tell us that one. Because that's good. We need good stuff. We need good vibes.
And kind of mantra.
Yeah.
To remind yourself.
And with everything going on in this world, and
it's so stressful.
I mean, even just like we were talking this morning, turning the news off, not watching it.
Yes.
I mean,
I can't.
even taking a break from social media. I know that's hard, but it also can be kind of
Really good.
liberating for your
Yeah.
mind.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, yeah, well, those are our resolutions.
Good stuff.
I
Yeah.
know.
What are yours? Share with us.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Send us a message, comments.
Let us know what you're working on.
Yeah. Happy 2021. Bye.